Yeah. 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 All right. Hey, man. Made in the 1980s live. We are live. We are live because, hey, it's more music. It's more new music to talk about. You know by now, I'm Camp from the Port. There's no other duplication, man. Sorry, it's just me. Love it or hate it. Don't care.
It can only be one.
You know what I mean?
It can only be one.
You know what I mean? And
Sky's the Highlander.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey, and I'm, of course, introduce yourself, my brother, please.
It's your boy. It's Wayne Dang Doodle, aka if I'm not wrong, I'm right.
All right. Hey, look, and you know what? And speaking of wrong and right, you know what? You're the perfect AKA for this episode that we're doing live. Hopefully, y'all have tuned into episode 2 of the show, which is Mr. T deserved an Oscar. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you have digested that content, or you will after this live. And we pity the fools that don't understand how the genius and the greatness of Mr. T should be appreciated.
Pity that sucker.
You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about this. We're going to talk some more music. We're going to talk some more rap music, some more hip hop, if you will. And what's great about this is that Wayne is pretty much unaware about everything that's about to happen here. And but I think that's going to make this even greater. And figuring out different ways to attack this, but let's just get right into it. Listen, Future, Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You, the album that dropped today, right? Causing a stir. Now, it's 2024. I've seen people trying to make some 2023 things happen, but it ain't working. It's not working. They're trying really hard, Wang, and the first thing I want to know from you as we dissect this album, it's going to be somewhat of a review for everybody that's tuning in. We Don't Trust You, Future, Metro Boomin. First and foremost, very simple question. Did you get a chance to hear the entire album yet?
I played the entire album today 2.5 times.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you got some spins in. Okay.
Yeah, I had a little bit of downtime working on some stuff. Got about 2.5 times through.
Okay. So and now that's major for you because if I remember correctly, you don't even like Future.
I despise him.
So with you despising Future, the number one question I got for you is, how do you feel about this album?
Because I am a man of my word, and I told you that if I will be more open-minded and start giving the stuff a listen. I have done my part.
Okay.
I'm done until the next time.
Okay. All right. So long story short, in the words of Randy Jackson, in regards to the We Don't Trust You album from Future Metro, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Is that what we got? That's the official?
It's going to be a no. It's got to be a no for me. It has to be. It must.
Okay. But this is probably like the very first Future album you've listened to front to back purposely, correct?
Yes. This is true.
Is there what is your, outside of no, right? Is there anything that you have to say just in regards to the album in general, was the songs, was the beats, the lyrics, anything? Just is there anything that you can take away from it, positive or negative? Because I'm not forcing you to do anything with the album other than listen to it, so we can talk right here.
I've never been disappointed with Metro Boomin's production.
Fair.
I've never been, and like I said once before, if the beat grabs me, I'll tend to give the song a listen.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Future had a great chance, but nothing. And I'll even do this tomorrow. I'll have even more downtime. I'll give it a couple more listens. But what I got from it is no bar from Future grabbed me.
Okay.
It just it was repetitive. When Future first came out, Tony Montana, that was the first song I heard. I don't know if he had anything out before. The first song I heard was Tony Montana.
Okay.
And I said, outside of Tony Montana, what is he saying?
Fair question, because I hated that record. So fair question. I got you.
I heard Tony. Okay, then the next song was Magic.
Okay.
What does he say?
Magic. Made to make the disappear. Call it magic. La la.
That's the part that I knew. That was the part that I knew.
Okay. All right.
Let me see. I know I'm probably going to miss something in between. But let's just cut to the chase. Future has never said anything that made me say, damn.
Okay.
I have never been in a situation, and maybe it's because I went so many years of not listening.
Okay.
And maybe I missed out on some shit. Maybe I missed out on some real dope shit from Future.
Okay.
But I got a real bad taste from him early. And it's like, no.
Okay. I dig it. Jones, yo, hey, this one's for you, buddy. This one's for you. I got you, buddy. But Jones, my brother, Banging on Lunch Tables was the podcast we used to do back in the day. Rap Debate is what we did every single week. He's one of my favorite sparring partners in the world of music in general. But yeah, I'm going to get you and your little friend Kenny too. But no, seriously. Yo, do you remember a song called Racks on Racks?
Yeah, JJ Ice-T's big brother.
Wait. So why? So the first time between that and Tony Montana, right? The song was about a dude named YC, and Future was actually featured on the record. It's so wild because at that point, right, YC was supposed to be like the future of like Atlanta music, like. And hey, check the entendre there, right? Because it was like 2010, 2011, and this song was like on fire to the point where like I think they did the remix. I want to say like 30 people was on like the official like remix, and YC and Future get into it, and for just to summarize the story a little bit more, YC was trying to little bro Future and like he wasn't gonna be nothing. And then like Tony Montana and then Magic and then shit and then something else come out and I was like, oh wow, this like he pegged that all wrong. like Future took off with this nigga. Like it was a real thing. But saying all that to say, hey, listen, I'm right with you. When Future first came out, I said, what the fuck is this? I do not like this shit. He's garbage. I never want to hear this nigga again. Right? But with that, I won't lie. When T.I. got on the Magic remixes, that's when I was like, okay, hold on. Because now this is bopping. Like Future, T.I. kick it off. Like tell you off the top, I'm bossed up. You ain't talking money, don't talk to us. And he going crazy. I was like, oh shoot, okay, now I gotta listen. And then once I got we never heard from YC ever again. That's a very important fact. We never heard from dude again. Like even right now, they don't even do a where are they now on, homie. They just moved on. Like it's almost like he never happened. And because like I used to like there was a point in time, one brief summer, we got YC and YG confused, and then that never happened again.
I remember that. I remember that.
So now fast forward when I started to understand what Future is doing, right? Because like at first he's like the king of mumble rap or whatever. That's what they were calling it. I keep saying pegging for some reason. I'm not into that, but I just keep using that word for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm working on Green Hills Mall. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I'm just being honest. Like I keep using the word pegging, and now I don't know why, but it could be the fact I'm in Green Hills Mall every day. But enough about that. What we want to do is stick here to the rap conversation at hand. And I just want to fast forward a tad. I started to realize, okay, Future is the vibe music guy. He's not really doing all the drugs and the lean and the Molly and the Percocets and all of that, but he's going to rap about it. He's going to present it. He's going to recklessly skeet in beautiful women. He's going to maybe take care of his kids or not. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. He's become the toxic king of like rap music, and people just respect that for what it is. And we just let him rock out. And partially the reason why we let Future rock out, I mean, it's no longer a little known fact, he's the last Dungeon family member. Yes, the same Dungeon family member that birthed Outkast and Killer Mike, Cool Breeze, Goody Mob, Sleepy Brown, all of those guys. Like he's from that tree, literally.
See, that's the thing though.
Mm-hmm.
I knew all of that about Future.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't know his music like that.
Yeah.
I just don't know the music.
And it's also not in the same vein as what we would expect to be coming from that camp as well.
Not at all.
Yeah. So saying all that to say, man, Future is literally on year 15 now. And he's pretty much here to stay. He's definitely one of those people that, he is certified multi-platinum legacy act at this point for this era. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do over 10 years and your still can come out and cause a stir, you're a legacy act. It's wild and it's weird to talk about Future in that way, but that's exactly what he is right now. And I think good, bad, or indifferent will always be the greatest argument about his music. And it's just interesting. I think he's going to have one of the most interesting documentaries whenever they decide to do one on exactly what his music is. And speaking to Jones' point, if there's a top 5 of this current era or the last era, he's definitely in there. Depending on what you're counting, you really shouldn't drop him below 2. But we'll talk about that in a minute as well. And I'm saying that by not being a fan, and I'm just being 1,000% honest with you. So,
hey, Jones, we're gonna leave Wale out of this, man.
Oh, hey, yo, you two need to talk Wale for sure. This is made in 1980s live. We're talking music tonight, baby. Listen. Y'all tune in. Trust me. We just getting warmed up. I just want to do that. So now let's just get to the album. Okay. The album itself. Cool. Okay. This is cool. And it's cool because it's not the kind of music that I think we expect from Future, and or at least classic Future, vintage Future. But what I love about this album is that Future he's made 2 things perfectly clear. One, I'm going to really try to rap this time. And I'm going to really try to rap by telling you, fuck Drake and anybody that hangs around him. Like, that's what I took from this album. Like, from the intro, listen, I don't know, again, you may be unaware. So I don't want to talk to you like you're a complete novice, but the whole entire intro to this album is about Drake. Every single bar is about Drake. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, yo, he going crazy. and he's going crazy in a Future type of way. Like, he's not the guy that's gonna come out like, if I can point out to rap, like he's not gonna come out like Eminem and he's gonna bar you, syllable, metaphor, scheme you to death. He's not that guy. But Future is gonna tell you some things that are just probably very real. Like when he says, "Yo, we can't be beefing over bitches because we share those." Like he's like we can't be beefing over hoes because we share those. And I was like, man, okay. I was like, okay, that's important to know. That's important to know for this reason, Wang, because then I started looking at their titles and how they match up with all this going on, including the issue with Metro and Drake, who I think that's what the real issue is. I think this really is all Drake versus Metro, and that's why Metro was going crazy on the production. So we're gonna give some praise here. One thing that's phenomenal about this album to me is Metro Boomin. He doesn't say one single word on the album, but his drops and the way he chops up that classic Prodigy rant from the car right before he goes to jail, I think it is, or right when he comes home, I forget which one it is, and how he's chopping that up throughout the entire album and making it make sense to everything that Future is saying. I was like, oh wow. And then to culminate it all by using the Quiet Storm sample and flipping that beat again, I was like, oh, this guy is annihilating this. like Metro is annihilating this album. This is fucking fire just off the production alone. He could have made a beat tape with everything that he felt needed to be said about Drake, and I would have bought it. Like I don't think he needed like anything else to happen other than that. I think Future makes it worse though, because the times where Future chooses to speak on Drake, like it's really what he's doing is saying all the things that the internet has said about Drake that we've never heard industry people say about Drake. And that's been an interesting thing going on, because let's just call it what it is. People are scared of Drake. Industry people are scared of Drake because they think that, oh man, if Drake says something about me, or if Drake don't want to work with me, then maybe nobody will want to work with me. My career might be over. I might not get no wins. I might not get no money. You know what I'm saying? Like the one guy that tried him, like has never really been the same again musically. As that's what they would have said, like again, like for like Meek, hey, but also for Common, and we'll get into that. So as I see all this and I see all this breaking down, I was like, the first thing I wanted to do is go back to the discographies, right? And I just want to run down some things that I just think run congruent, parallel, however you want to say it, together, right? I'm going to read these titles to where I think the beef honestly started. Right?
Between Drake and Future.
Yep, Drake, Future, and I'm going to throw Metro in there as well. So obviously they do What a Time to Be Alive, right? What a Time to Be Alive, because I think that's what, summer 2015, okay? And Wang, I'll say this, I never understood why that album happened. I never understood it. Why? Because because Drake raps like the guy who realized Future was fucking this girl. That sums up their whole career to me. Like Future sounds like the dude is like, yeah, I found this bitch. I went through her, ran through her, recklessly skeeted in her. She dates some light-skinned nigga that got a lot of money, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They literally sound like they're rapping about the same girl in a different way. So I was like, how are they doing the album together? Like it literally made no sense to me whatsoever. So I'm like, and then the album's like, oh, okay, they got a couple collabs, but really this is like 2 of their EPs being put together with like 2 or 3 other songs. Got it, right? Money play to do the tour play. And, you know, some would say, although that Drake was scorching hot, Future was taking his thunder at this time, 2015 to 2016. They kind of both hit their apex at the same time by doing the different things. And so some would say this is where Drake starts the buddy hustle. That's unbelievable, because he was like, oh, yo, I'm just going to attach myself to the dude that in the streets is definitely hotter than me, but on the worldview, I'm hotter than them, so I can make it look a certain way.
Okay.
So And I think Future was just along for the ride. Because, like, look, no matter what people say, no matter no matter how hot Future was in the street, he never sold more records than Drake. That was just undeniable. It's like, yo, but what I can do is come out with a few bangers while I got his audience attention. And then you get joints like Commas. And then that's when you get like Wicked. And then you get, I think, Dirty Sprite 2, I think, comes out right after that. I'm like, oh, okay. So now he's turned up the fish grease. And it's popping in your eyes at this point. This is getting crazy. So, you know, while that happens, 21 Savage and Travis Scott begin to ascend. And what does Drake do? Hops on the Travis Scott album, hops on 21 Savage albums and features. And keep in mind, Metro Boomin is the guy that works with all of them.
Everybody.
Yeah. Like, look, hey, listen, the one thing I want to say, and we're going to come back to it probably, for this era, if Metro Boomin's not in your top 3, you got to give me some great reasons. I mean, look, Kanye is Kanye, so you can move him out of like last era. I'm talking about from 2010 till right now. So this like 15 years.
Yeah.
Who, like, are there 2 producers that have been hotter than Metro Boomin? I say, heck no. No way possible. Right? So, all that being considered, Wang, let me tell you what some of these titles sound like here. First of all, Certified Lover Boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Certified Lover Boy now, I'm convinced, is the first shot at Future. As a title, as an album, as all of it, right? So check it out. Certified Lover Boy. Now, everybody was wondering, like, why is he doing all the pregnant girl emojis or whatever? And it didn't really sound like the R&B album or the, you know, soft joint like that or whatever. And literally when I sat and I listened to this We Don't Trust You album, I was like, oh, that's a dig at Future, because Future got at least 8 baby mamas. And they all look like different. And he has more kids than probably even the media is reporting. I was like, And then I listened to some of the songs, like Pipe Down is on there and some other joints. And I was like, you know, maybe he's not shooting at Kendrick. Maybe he's not talking to another girl. Maybe he's talking to Future. And then I took it a step further. I was like, but wait, this originally starts with Metro. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is it possible that Metro Boomin and Drake were with the same girl and Future knows about it and didn't put him on? That takes me to, honestly, never mind. I'm just trying to piece this together. I was like, oh, okay. You know, honestly, never mind. It was like, oh, okay, that's the second shot, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, it's a dance album. There's not a lot of great Drake work on there or whatever. You know, people feel a way about it, whatever. But you know, some of those songs, be them those dance records, it was just like, is this maybe the kind of music that whatever girl Drake is interested in or no longer interested in, is this what she was listening to? Is this what he put her on to, or she put him on to? And how does all this play together? It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen again. But you know what? In the midst of all that, Jones, right after he drops that, Future drops I Never Liked You. That's the title of his album. I Never Liked You. I was like, oh, all right. So now, and again, hey, listen, people wanted that to be about Sierra so bad. They wanted that to be about Russell Wilson so bad. But now, after what I heard today, nah, that's for Drake. Because look, Metro ain't got to say nothing, because how does the tag go? If young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. All right, that's what the That's what the bar in the verse said, and that's what the tag that had became famous made, right? That's what it is. And so I Never Liked You was like, hey, yo, I only got down way back then when we was doing big rings and all that. What a time to be alive, because it was a money play. It was music business. It is what it is. But fam, it's been fuck you because I saw the play anyway. That's how I think this breaks down, right? And then, so now, I Never Liked You. That's 2022. So now, what's the Drake album that comes out? Yeah, it's 2024 now. So last year, For All the Dogs, right? Now, it's been speculation that For All the Dogs really meant for all the bitches. And Drake is going in on like a bunch of women. And when the album is really him just going in on women of various ages, some of them being younger. And I was like, well, that's this is not what I expected from this, but hey, you know what? Who knows? Now look, why does it matter that the women that he's alluding to are like in their 20s, early 20s, late 20s? Because Metro Boomin is maybe 30 years old. Maybe. He's a young guy. So I'm like, okay, For All the Dogs, but check the entendre in that as well. For All the Dogs. Oh, yo, you for me, you for Metro, you for Future. Like, apparently, even though he's gotten the porn star pregnant, apparently whoever this girl is, because it's not money, I'm convinced it's over a girl. Whoever this girl is has made Drake so mad that he severed his ties with Metro and Future. That's just my hypothesis, my theory, if you will. I don't have any definite facts to back this. I would never kick in the woman's back, so we can't go crazy on the girl, because I think this is more an indictment on Drake and who he is more than anything, right? So now For All the Dogs comes out, and then, hey, here it is. We Don't Trust You. Hey, look, I'm a certified lover boy. That hurt my feelings. This chick, honestly, never mind, man. I just gonna move on. It is what it is. Hey, well, I Never Liked You. All right. I mean, hey, look, man, she For All the Dogs is cool. No. We don't trust you. And that's how this all breaks down to me. Everything about this is a conversation between these three gentlemen, stemming from whatever happened between Metro and Drake. I feel is over a woman. And, this is where we are. And now, the most important shot, I believe, in all of this is Future and Metro grabbing Kendrick for a collaboration.
But before we even get there,
okay, let's do it. Let's talk.
Before we even get there, if just so happen your theory is correct, if just by the if your theory is correct, because the way you broke it down makes all the sense in the world.
Hey,
go ahead. This is the very reason I don't like neither one of them motherfucking niggas. You lame ass niggas. You niggas going out of y'all motherfucking way to make whole fucking albums about another fucking. You're fucking you turn your dick ass niggas. If your theory is true,
mm-hmm.
And only if your theory is true,
only if.
You have to be the two lamest niggas in music motherfucking history.
Hey, listen, bro. I want to.
And you wonder why I don't want to listen to this shit.
Hey, yeah, and this is why, at the same time, I never like cap and let and make people listen to anything from this era, because we really come from a different kind. we come from a different kind and a different time. I'm sorry. And I was like, dog, because to be fair, this can't be about money, bro. It can't be. It can't be, because the thing is, Drake and Future sonically are in such two different lanes and have been wildly successful at dominating their lanes that there's no way that they could even cut into each other's money for it to be a thing. It's definitely not a rap competition thing, because Future does not give a fuck about being the best rapper alive. He's never been the aesthetic. That's never been the mission. Future has never been in one interview talking about some, I'm trying to step up my game lyrically. I think that this time it's going to be the one where y'all know I can really spit. He's never said that. He's never going to say it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Drake has. And to be fair, I think there is a stretch of time where Drake kind of proved that, but we can talk about it later in the show if you'd like.
Drake can't hold that title with a ghostwriter. Fuck out of here. He can never hold the title of even wanting to be the best rapper. What? When you telling people, motherfuckers writing your raps, nigga, fuck you. nigga, you're not a fucking rapper. You're a wedding singer, motherfucker.
I know.
You can't. I'm going all night on that one.
I'm going to shoot Drake some bail eventually. If we got time, we could talk about it, because we both got to be at work in the morning. But because I check my schedule, I don't close. I open tomorrow. So, but if we got time, I'm willing to shoot Drake some bail overall. Even though I feel like I was right with you for a lot of years, especially listening to a lot of OGs in hip hop until the OGs in hip hop start keeping it realer. We'll talk about it. But so it's got to be women, right? It's got to be women. It's got to be women we don't know. It ain't one of the 11 girls that be with every single rapper and be on Instagram that's got a baby. It's not one of them.
No,
one of them has some untapped resource. One of them got a girl that wasn't industry, wasn't on the gram, but was bad as hell. I think Metro might have cracked her. Metro might have cracked her maybe because he even knew she was with Drake, or maybe he didn't. And maybe he just didn't care because, dog, whatever, you got a baby on the way anyway. You need to be a father, bro. Stay away from me, right? Or because it is this too, we can't make it seem like it's only like men that are in control. Maybe the girl just chose up and was just like, yo, no, I mess with dude. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, because look, the scary hours and the take care package and all of that now has a different meaning to me also in all of this as well from Drake. All of it means something different to me now. So I think, I think Future, I roll with, who I came with, Metro, that's my youngin'. Don't touch Metro. Don't do nothing to Metro. Don't matter, because Future don't care about nothing, all right? We've totally watched him date, get engaged, get pregnant, and then leave a girl that 97% of us wanted to crack since 2000. and that being Sierra, he didn't give a fuck. This man for Scottie Pippen's wife because he wouldn't say hi or take a picture with him or something. Future doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about anyone. I would love to know the relationship with his mom. I would love to know it because he doesn't care about anything else. Right? so I'm saying that all to say, man, when this girl comes out or comes forward, and I don't know, maybe she'll keep it so player that she won't even reveal it to himself, or maybe she's totally out the picture and Drake is just still mad. But this is also Drake's MO. Like, listen, I mean, I see the comments. Matter of fact, shout to Jones, shout to Big Papa, shout to Abraham. I'm sorry, shout to Papi Hamon. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else is tuning in. Hey, listen, the Drake Common beef was over a woman, and that woman happened to be Serena Williams.
Serena Williams.
All right. Now look, and I know we hate to say this, and again, and Wang, and this is why I'm always going to give I'm gonna give Drake some grace. I'm gonna give Aubrey a little grace here and shoot him some bail because nobody Ghost Road stay scheming. That was from Aubrey Drake Graham doing this. That was him fresh out of some world-class athlete vagine and was like, you know what? No, I can't let this old nigga do this to me. like that's what it was. Like, and I genuinely liked Common's reply. But he lost. Jones just said it. and look, when he said, but when Drake opened up the verse with, it bothers me when the gods get to acting like the broads, I was like, oh, wait, this is starting off real different. This is starting off real different. Because nobody that created Marvin's Room should be able to talk to a grown man like that and it stick, in my personal opinion. But
we're also talking about the fact that Jimmy has one of the most talented battle rappers in his arsenal. One of the most clever battle rappers I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Writing for him. He's admitted it. Daylight helped people that actually battle rap for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna talk your shit. You're gonna say, niggas fear Daylight.
Yeah, for sure.
They fear Daylight's pen. So your everyday rapper,
mm-hmm.
when you got somebody like that on your side finessing your pen, you're gonna lose. This is why I don't. This is my main issue with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to give him any grace when you've admitted to having a team of writers. I know he's not the only person that has writers. I know he's not.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake has so many people in his corner that Drake can give you whatever the fuck the industry wants to give you. If they tell Drake next week, drop a rock album, I'm pretty sure he can because they're going to put the right people behind the pen.
Okay.
I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not. It just bothers me.
But one thing I want to sit with, and because I want you to sit with it, I want you to answer right away. There is a certain consistency with Drake that's been available since comeback season for me. Since comeback season. So that's before So Far Gone. One thing about it is, this is like, hey, yo, I'm on to saying something really great. This is the steroids Barry Bonds argument. You still got to swing the bat regardless. So check it out. I think Barry Bonds is the perfect example in this. And I just want to say this real quick. Barry Bonds didn't want to be overshadowed in the steroid era, right? With McGuire and Sammy Sosa and all of that. And because he knew he was better than them, right? And if you check the stats, Barry Bonds has been great at baseball forever, like the entire time. Like whether he was on HGH or not, he was great and he did great things. But when less talented people started coming up in the ranks and being in conversations, maybe, because I don't know, believe black men. I don't know. Maybe he was just like, you know what? Hit the juice. Let's go. I got a record to win. Maybe that happened. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But it don't change the fact that Barry Bonds was actually really great at what he did before it all happens, where Mark McGuire was not. You can check his batting average. Luckily, the one time he hit the ball, it sailed about 300 feet. It's not much you can do with that, right? So with that, I say I'm going to say that, honestly, for everything that Drake did from 2009 to 2013, when he literally changed the genre and the idealistic approach to rap music, I'll never take him out of any conversation that involves actual emceeing, because even though he didn't necessarily invent anything, he changed everything. We've seen the Drake model before. It was, if we're really being real, it was Slick Rick. It was Andre 3000. It was Lauryn Hill. It was Fonte from Little Brother. Like, we've seen it. So I'm not saying that he's done anything like exceptionally different. Hell, a lot of people, one being Kurt Cobain, was like, yo, Drake is using my flow. When he moved to Houston, he took this shit from me. But y'all buying it when he do it, but y'all not buying it when I'm doing it. That was a legit argument. And look, and Kurt Cobain was supposed to be next. He was super next. To be honest, Drake came out of nowhere. And Wayne happened to something that made it worse. So again, I will concede to a degree because you're making a lot of sense. But real time, real scenario, Drake didn't come in this game really inventing anything, but changing everything. So, you know, even the emo rap space, shoot, you know how Tech Nine raps about certain just emotional life topics. I mean, I'm a big Joe Budden fan. He was doing like Joe was the first one talking about suicide, being in court over his kid, and doing all this, like, you know what I'm saying, being stabbed by a woman, like all of this. Like, he was doing those things. Like, so nothing that Drake started doing from Comeback Season on, I had never not heard before. But for some reason, when he did it like that from Canada, we all took it a little bit differently. We all took it a little more serious, is all I'm saying. That was a tangent. I forgot where I was. So let's just go here. So Drake,
my bad,
right?
man. My bad.
No, because I love this conversation. I can't believe this much time has passed already. This is great. I'll say this though. Where this gets interesting as these guys are going it right. So talk about the record to prove that, hey yo, I really don't like you. We don't trust you, and I'm cool with your homies too. Call Kendrick Lamar up, get him on this record, and and I'll let him diss whoever he wanted this, because I know he wanted this Drake, because Kendrick kind of wants to smoke with Drake, but only because he really think he can beat him. And I ain't gonna front to you. I think he's totally misguided in that fact that he has in his mind. I do. So like that, the song drops. And regardless of what my man Jones is saying, look, he dissed Kendrick and Cole because he don't like the fact that First Person Shooter came out. He don't like the fact that they was doing their thing and the song went number one. Like, listen, Kendrick hates all of that. He hates it. He does not like that. And what was supposed to happen today, that didn't. It just did not happen. Future and Kendrick were supposed to drop this Like That song, and it was supposed to be big as the what? First Person Shooter single, and it did not happen. And it's not going to be. I watched that shit fizzle out within 3 hours, and people trying to make it feel like it was the summer of 2013 again, but it just ain't happening. Like, listen, song is cool. This was solid. I'll be real. It's not enough to get Drake or Cole off the porch, but it should. And that's where the beige rage should really begin. It's like, yo, the nerve of you, you little nigga, to hop out here like that was enough for either of us right now. Like, the nerve of you. They should fire back at midnight tonight. I don't know, but because I see I'm getting the comments going, which I love. I love it. Let's go,
You
fellas.
pissing
Hey,
people
I'll
off.
shoot the link too. I'll shoot the link. Like, we can do whatever y'all
You
want to
You pissing people off. Nice.
do. Well, yeah, but your thoughts on that so far? And yes, Hamon, you're right. The numbers game will come into an argument, and that is the game that Drake is playing now. He's no longer playing the best rapper alive game. He's playing the numbers game.
Okay, so being that I'm not a Kendrick fan, the diss was solid. The diss had me very intrigued. Kendrick was rapping like he wanted to. For me, Kendrick was rapping like he wanted to be physically want to be in the fight. Not everybody just saying Kendrick is a part of the fight. He was rapping like he actually wanted to say, "Hey, I'm the first motherfucker off the porch." But he can't stop there.
Yeah, right. You're right. Hey, look, I'm with you.
He need to drop another one next week.
Shoot. Hey, listen.
Hell, tomorrow.
I was gonna say, I'm like, look, hey, listen, man.
Like you got the world buzzing today. You got them buzzing today. You got to keep them buzzing in order to stay in this fight, because to shoot at Jermaine right now,
it's suicide. You see how strong he is? You can't win. That's what it is right now, coming at J. Cole.
To shoot at Jermaine right now, because this dude is not missing right now.
No.
Cole said, you know what? Y'all keep talking this big three shit, and I'm sick of you motherfuckers putting me in third.
Hey, listen.
So I'm not going to stay in third. Every time the conversation is had, is Kendrick Drake back and forth. Kendrick Drake, Cole. And nigga said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna get number 2 at least, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And that motherfucker started rapping.
Yeah. Hey.
That motherfucker started rapping.
He did. And Jones has popped in at just the right time. Yeah, we got a special impromptu guest, Wayne. We got a special impromptu guest here, man.
What up? What up?
Yo, Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I knew I would get your ass. I knew I'd get your ass, buddy.
Yeah.
So listen here, man. Wang, officially meet one of my great media and rap friends here, my man Mike Jones.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
It's all good, man.
Jones, look, matter of fact, I'm gonna give an intro to Jones, Wayne, because I know y'all haven't really met through this, maybe through like social media posts or whatever. Jones is one of the biggest Kendrick fans alive. So that's why I can't wait to go into what I'm about to do right now. I can't wait. Now I'm the battery's in my back firmly.
Yeah.
I'm the bunny with the fucking I got the bass drum in my hand right
Come
now.
on, cut your promo. Cut your promo.
It is, absolutely. You already know the vibes. You know what I'm here to do. So, but you know what? I say that to say though, Jones is a great person to have this conversation with, because he's probably going to even educate us in some Kendrick aspects. But I'm totally on board with you. I totally agree with you. And Jones, before I let you speak, because obviously I'm going to let you speak, I'm going to let you cook, my brother. Here's the thing. The reason why this disc has not taken the height that it would have in 2013, 14, or even 15 after To Pimp a Butterfly drops. The only reason why is because reality has set in. Reality has set in. You know, we forget. And I mean, you niggas, you Kendrick stans and Jones, right? Just because that's my guy. You guys forget that when we started this new era of hip hop, Kendrick was not in the top 5 or really even 10 conversation if we're really talking about where we begin. Cole was, because Cole was the guy that was on Blueprint 3, and he was the guy that was trying to get signed by Jay and finally done it. And it was supposed to be him. And then, hey, we can't forget about Big Sean, right? Because Big Sean was the guy signed by Kanye. And he was already called the greatest rapper in the world. Finally Famous mixtape was going crazy. And then you got your guy, Wale, who was on a label, but then did the independent thing, but he kind of even got out there first. And he had the biggest record out of everybody, I think, with Lotus Flower Bomb. I think it's the very first one. So now you add all of that, and then you add Meek in there. Mm-hmm. you add Crit in there. Hey, what's up? And then you and then rest in peace. You add Mac Miller in there. Thanks. And then so now look. Nick
was on that cover too, right?
Oh, I'm not even talking about covers yet. We ain't even getting the covers yet. But I like what you're saying. I'm just talking about the entire decade, how it starts. We're talking about pre-Good Kid, Mad City. That's what we're talking right before October 28th of 2012, because Good Kid, Mad City and Dreams and Nightmares either dropped a week apart or on the same day. I forget which one, but they both dropped October of 2012.
Yeah.
Right? So right now with Drake, you got him at 6 already at best. Now, let's stick strictly West Coast now. J-Rock's out the gate first.
Yep.
I care what no one says, but we forget, because revisionist history, which if we really want to have a real question about industry plant shit, you can make a case that maybe Kendrick Lamar is kind of in that mix. Because I see your face, Jones. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how in 2010, 2011, 2012, the West Coast was hanging their hat on who? Glasses Malone, Problem, Lil B the Bass Guy, and Dom Kennedy. And if I didn't say him, Nipsey Hussle. That's where they were. But all of a sudden, after Kendrick does the intro to the Game's, I think, Red album, and he marked it. He killed that. But then all of a sudden he does a show, and then Snoop and Dre come out and say he's the king of the West Coast, and they just passing the torch to him off the Game intro. The album ain't out yet, Jones. The album is not out yet.
Come on, man.
Like,
come
bro,
on, man.
Like,
come on, man. He dope. He was dope. He was dope.
I'm not saying he not. But you trying to tell me, but you trying to tell me on the West Coast specifically, just we're gonna keep it in California. You're gonna try to tell me that he was hotter than Glasses Malone in 2011?
By the time Section 80 drops, he's hotter than them.
Jones.
Come on, Cam.
Jones.
Don't front on Section 80. Don't front on Section 80.
Listen, I'm not fronting on Section 80, but I will tell you this. At the Club Paradise tour, when Kendrick Lamar was opening, and he did ADHD and cartoons and cereal and these other joints, and he didn't do the recipe, that crowd barely moved a fucking muscle. Okay? I'm being fair.
I can see that, but look at the tour and the audience he's on. Because in 2011, Kendrick is still the underground rappity rap dude with this new West Coast crew that we don't really know. He ain't got the certified bangers that he would come with later to be able to like sway the mainstream crowd. So come on, man. Okay,
so now you are going to concede that 2 Chainz and Rick Ross were hotter than them at that time too. Then
I give you all that. I give you that. That's a fact.
Okay, but so was Meek Mill then, Jones.
That's fair. That's fair. I give you all of that.
So now what you're doing here, Jones, is you're telling me that we're now pushing Kendrick Lamar in spaces he don't belong. Because you know who else was in that group? A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky was hotter than. Look, this is the South by Southwest crew. Action Bronson. All these guys are Freddie Gibbs. Your man's from Gary. Freddie Gibbs was way hotter than Kendrick Lamar in 2010, 2011, 2012.
Fair. I'm giving you all.
The miseducation of Freddie Gibbs.
That's fair.
You from Gary. You can't do this.
No, that's fair. I'm gonna give you all that. That's fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you all that. But let's just say this.
Papa,
Kendrick
you
was
tripping.
able to do with one album what your man Nas did in 94.
And what was that?
Sent a shockwave through the industry. That album,
Okay.
Good Kid, Mad City in 2012
Mm-hmm.
is a bomb.
It is. It is.
It's
Hey, look.
a bomb. Now, and this is taking off the Kendrick Stan hat and all that other stuff and being a fan. That's just what it is. All the people you've named don't have an album as good as that. Not Meek Mill, not Wale, not Rick Ross, not
That's
2
fair.
Chainz, not none of them.
That's
So
fair.
that gives people even extra motivation to anoint him the guy. By the time 2012 gets here, October 2012 gets here.
But listen, Jones, it's fourth quarter 2012.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving him the keys to the West when he's not, when you could argue that he's maybe not even top 5 in the West in all the categories that matter, which is keeping it gangster, right?
Okay.
Who got the street joints, who's the hottest,
Right.
like outside, like he wasn't any of those things. They gave him that after his intro on Game's album.
Now you saying fourth quarter 2012? Is that the timeline we sticking to?
Well, that's when Good Kid drops. So I mean, look, everything changes after Good Kid drops.
That's what I'm saying. That album is such a bomb throughout hip hop, and you know it's a bomb on the West Coast because wasn't nobody coming like that at the time.
True.
Nobody, not J-Rock, not Absol, even though Control System was dope early in 2012, not Glasses Malone, not even Nip, R.I.P. None of the new West Coast was coming like that. They had joints that might ring off on the West Coast or other pockets of the country, but it wasn't that. So you gotta look at the climate and be like, yo, this, we gotta get behind this. We got to.
Okay. So one album.
Wayne, don't do it, Wayne. Don't do it. Don't do it, Wayne.
Please.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let him know.
So one album. One album.
The culture has done it before. The culture's done it before.
One album has put this man at number one.
Wayne, the culture has done it
The
before.
fuck out of here.
Hold on, Wayne. So you telling me we didn't do it in '94 with Nas? Everybody wasn't calling him the second coming of Rakim in '94 with one album?
But Jones, look at this though. That's when albums drop maybe every 3 years.
Come on, don't shoot no bell. Don't shoot no bell.
Listen,
it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay, let me tell you the difference then. So now let me deep dive into the difference.
Okay.
Where is Kendrick's Live at the Barbecue before the album comes out? Where he hops on the song with every vet, every legend in hip hop, and he cleans them up.
That's fair.
Where's that?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that. I can't even pull
it
out.
It don't exist. I'll save you some time. It don't exist. Don't even try to Google it. You'll waste your time.
But if we're talking about the moment where it shifts around a person, where everybody's anointing that guy, J. Cole ain't have it in 2012.
Okay.
Drake is leading by just statistical points. He's leading by just like, yo, this guy. No, I take that back. Because we got Nothing Was the Same. I take that. That Nothing Was the Same.
So far gone.
So I take that back. I take Drake out of that. So my bad. I misspoke. But in 94 and 2012, it's a shift around a guy because of one album. Yeah, you got Live at the Barbecue, but you still got the album that you got to live up to be like, yo, this guy's a problem.
But here's the difference, Jones, again, because now Illmatic's Good Kid, Mad City, I'm kind of feeling away. So now I got to challenge you. I love it. So
let's go.
My thing is this. With Nas's one verse, it led to him being on more features, and the entire industry production-wise shifted towards him. Remember, Illmatic is the first science project in hip-hop.
Yeah.
Before this album, it was one producer and one artist for one album. This is the first album, Illmatic that is the first time where Pete Rock wanted to get a piece. Q-Tip, DJ Premier, did I say Pete Rock? If I'm not, and Large Professor, like they were like, nah, we gotta work with this kid. This kid is super dope. And so when you and Kendrick didn't do that. Now Kendrick got the Dre cosign, even though, sorry, all he did was the recipe, y'all. That whole album was produced by other people, and it's still dope. It don't matter that Dre only did the recipe and it was a bonus track. It don't matter. But all I'm saying is that I do give Kendrick more credit than people should about how TDE, and especially that album and their whole lineage, was really built by them. Like Dre didn't do as much as we want to say. Like he engineered the album. He didn't produce anything really that you love on that album. It's not done by Dr. Dre. That's just a footnote. But I'm saying that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
But I'm just piggybacking off what you said. I feel like the whole thing with Kendrick, his, lack of better words, I'm going to say claim to fame because I can't think of any other words to use.
For sure.
I feel like, because the West Coast going to fuck with the West Coast.
For sure.
Like, over there, they going to fuck with if don't nobody else fuck with the West Coast going to fuck with the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that when this young man dropped, you had all the OGs popping up. He next. We don't know that yet. So I really felt like the world got brain fucked into liking Kendrick. Because the OGs came out of nowhere. Kendrick's next. Snoop said it. Cube said it. Dre said it. Like all the West Coast OG gangs, all the West Coast OGs from the 90s to the early 2000s all came to this young man and said, he's next. Is he really next? The world's so fucking brain fucked by the like we discussed, Cam. For me to say I don't like Kendrick, I instantly get dubbed a hater.
Yeah.
Because when you don't like what the rest of the world likes, a lot of people in the world feel like it's got to be something to them. Right. Now, 2 days ago, you couldn't fucking stand this music, but because three of your buddies was like, no, that shit bang, that shit dope. Now it's dope. I can't remember which album. The Big Crit skit.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, hey, right.
No, that shit was trash. Yeah, you're right. That shit is trash. The West Coast told y'all Kendrick was that guy, and y'all believed it.
All right,
I did.
Wayne, I gotta respond to that. Fair enough. I'm gonna let you get that all off. Did he or did he not deliver with the album? When he had to deliver the album, did he deliver?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right. Well, never mind.
Because I do think he delivered on the album. I will say that. I will listen.
I've listened to. Not to cut you off, Cam, but I've listened.
Okay.
My job, normal job, 8-hour shift. But when I ain't got nothing else to do, sometimes I'll be there 10, 12 hours. Whenever Kendrick would drop an album, for that entire day, sometimes 2 days, repeat, looped. And if I wasn't feeling it the first day, I'm gonna give it the second day. I have yet to relive a Kendrick album after a second day.
Hey, that's fair. Look, I can't knock whatever you like. I can't. But if we go by general consensus, barring what you like, and that you can like what you like, barring what you like, by general consensus, Kendrick delivered with the album. You might not fuck with it,
but yes, by general consensus, yes,
he delivered with the album. So I don't think you should say, regardless if you like him or not, that the world kind of was like just brain fucked into liking him when he delivered the product. That's all we want from anybody. All the people that Cam named, we want them to deliver a classic, regardless if you like them or not. I would much rather you deliver a classic album if I mess with you or not. Then you got to at least convince me from there. We got to go from there. But if you dropping turds, you ain't got a leg to stand on, or mediocrity. You ain't got a leg to stand on.
And to be fair, I think this is why Kendrick is in the conversation. So now let me give him a little grace. For everything that Kendrick lacked coming in for me, he made up with discography. You can say album for album, out of the whole entire new crop, everybody, excluding nobody, that he's no lower than 3 just off content alone. I'm not talking hit records. I'm not talking actual sales. I'm talking from track 1 to track whatever. The rapping, the storytelling, the groove, whatever. He's made up for that, because I'm one of the few people that's still not afraid to say it, is that Kendrick Lamar is just, he's never been in this top lyricist category for me. I think he's a phenomenal storyteller. I think he's a great flow dude. But even today, you hear it. There's no like, oh my God, out of my mind bar that comes from Kendrick Lamar, but his flow is impeccable. His flows are impeccable. And the way he tells stories, phenomenal. And those are the kind of guys who make really great albums. Now, J. Cole, the guy who actually started out first, he was out first with the warm-up. And he was ahead of everybody. Everybody loved Lights Please. Everybody loved, I forget the other joint now. And I'm sorry for,
Is it Workout?
No, but before that, it was another one between that and Friday Night Lights. But the warm up of Friday Night Lights. I'm talking about something else in that mixtape run. I know I'm about to blow up is also on there, but I'm talking about, it don't even matter. Point is I'm making is this. J. Cole, who Jones even knows. I've been saying this since 2017, 2018. I said, J. Cole is the best rapper in the world the moment he wakes up and decides to be. And he literally just done that the last 18 to 22 months, right? But I say that to say this. Sometimes your illest lyricist, metaphor, simile, homonym guy just doesn't put out a great album. And that was a lot of what hinders Cole in the beginning for me. Because, I feel that they kind of just pushed and ushered Kendrick to us to be like, yo, no, this guy's great. You got to listen to him. You better support it because hip hop's going to die if you don't. I think the same thing was kind of did with J. Cole. He was like, yo, no, this album got to be classic. I mean, Jay-Z loves him.
Yeah.
Like this album has to be classic. I mean, he was on Blueprint 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and he's from North Carolina. You know, Bamas don't really rap that way. I was like, dog, you do know Fonte is from Raleigh. But whatever, right? Like Nick Grant is from there. Like whatever. You know what I mean? But oh no, he's from South Carolina, I believe. I'm sorry. But saying that to say, the two guys that kind of get pushed along while Drake just comes out of nowhere with just the Young Money, Cash Money engine powered by Universal. And he's just allotted more opportunities to be in the superstar space. I think that it's never been a question to me if J. Cole rapped better than Kendrick, but unfortunately, when the album started coming out, that's when the conversation just has to change, because it plays to more of Kendrick's strengths. Like if we were seriously checking for bars from Kendrick Lamar, then I think we have a whole different conversation about him. Like people just want to just like because he raps at a high level, flow wise, we automatically think, oh, he got bars, oh, he go crazy. No, he be snapping, but he not like he ain't saying that shit. Like, I mean, and we know what saying that shit means, Jones. You cannot do this. Like, saying that shit is 38 revolve like the sun around the earth. Play if you want, get you found round the dirt. 6 sock cases found round your shirt. And surround sound from the hearse. He got crying. But it was like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, it's one of those.
I gotta agree with you.
Okay.
And it took me a while.
Damn right you do.
Realization while we was doing banging on lunchtime that J. Cole was the better rapper. I don't know if I told the truth on that or came to that realization.
No, you didn't. You did this good enough.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. But what I will say, like you said, Kendrick's flow and his musical ability is what put him past his peers. Because just in my opinion, and I think the overall consensus, I know Wayne, you're not a fan, but I think the overall consensus is this guy's music is better than his peers. And I think that's what we all looking for out the gate overall. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to whoever you think raps well, you want him to come back with the championship ring, which is a classic album.
That's true.
Or a great album at best. You know what I'm saying? And none of the cats, even the rapidy rap niggas that we like, was coming. Like if you look at like just say Slaughterhouse drops in 2012 as well. Shit the bed with an album, and that's an album full of niggas I think are lyrically better than Kendrick, keeping it a buck. But that when it comes to the album, that's all we want. As music, we want the album. We still talk about Stevie Wonder's albums, Marvin Gaye's albums, Michael Jackson albums, Prince albums, etc., etc. It's the album. And them niggas that's in his class with him ain't coming with that critical piece. That's what's gonna live with you if you rock with the music.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's I'm gonna respond to some of these things that Big Papa's over here saying, because I definitely disagree with you, sir. We might have sent you the link too, my brother. Don't play these games. You do it. but no, you know what? And you know, again, look, albums is what takes A$AP Rocky out the conversation. Even though, you know what I'm saying? And even though I think, again, rapping, there was a point in time where maybe A$AP Rocky was a tad underrated in his lyrical ability, but then he went super artsy. He went more in the, well, he won't like if I say this, so let me say it right. Him and Travis Scott started competing in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And again, Travis Scott, not trying to be the best rapper out, but you know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, A$AP Rocky, low-key was, I mean, his name is Rakim. He's from Harlem. Like, no, he's like, if he ain't got a bar, he's got to move. like it's over for him. He has to try to rap for real. Like, that's what has to happen to him. So it's I think but you know what, see, but here's the thing when we do the albums thing, because we're gonna get into the disc too now that I got y'all three here, because I gotta hear Jones' take, because you're not gonna believe, Wayne, what this nigga about to say about this disc. You ain't gonna believe it. I'm gonna let him cook and I'm gonna let you respond first. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. But when we're talking about albums, because, you know, again, I think it mattered more in the 2010s than it did in the 90s, because listen, I'll say that to say this. We made no bones about calling Cannabis one of the best rappers in the world in 98, and virtually nobody liked his album. It was like, but when he went to Hot 97 though, when he went to K-Day though, when I heard this radio freestyle, I heard him on the Clue tape, I heard him here and there. It was like, I don't know what's on the album, but he going crazy. He getting busy when I download the freestyles. Like, did you hear what he said over the Ice Cream beat? Did you hear what he said over Incarcerated Scarfaces? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of those where, like, and, you know, and that bought him some time. I mean, he made the with the New Generation, it wasn't the freshman list then, but he made the New Generation list with him and Cameron and Nori and Shocker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they threw him up there with people that he never had a hit as big as any of those guys ever. But, you know what I'm saying? His rapping ability alone got him on there. But that was the same thing for, like, Dutch and Spade. That was the same thing for my man Bristol that used to run with Junior Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was you know, like, being able to rap really well just bought you time. You know what I'm saying?
Just to interject real quick, I say this: lyrical ability in those moments, that's like the niggas that dunk really well. You can jam it, but what else? Or you got handles, but what else do you bring to the table? It's cool that you can do that. What else you bringing when we need game to be won? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, because you're hey, look, because Harold Miner never really had a Jordan game. Like he never had one. After All-Star Weekend, he never put up 30. He never put up 30 and they won. It just didn't happen. So I get it. Right. But also with this comparison or just breakdown, it should always go to the best rapper. But I think once we heard the albums come out, we seen that they were playing 3 different games. I don't think Drake, I don't think Cole, and I don't think Kendrick were all doing the same thing once their real albums drop. Not throwing Thank Me Later aside, but I'm talking about when we get to 2011, 2012, when we got Sideline Story, Good Kid, Mad City, and Take Care. They're like, okay, I'm just gonna do something else. I think that's where they're all like, now Drake and Cole are still kind of competing because Drake's rapping. Drake is really rapping, but he's not. But Kendrick is obviously I'm backseat freestyle again. It's dope, but for real, man, y'all know that's flows over bars. We know that. It's super flow heavy, super dope flow heavy. But where is the bar that is like, whoa?
Okay.
It doesn't exist on there. Not sure what happened to Wayne, but Jones, I got you here, man. Yo, we back. Okay, back. So look, let's just get right into it. Let's get to the diss because we ain't got a lot of time to waste. We've done a great breakdown. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to the conversation on the sidebar. Click the subscribe. I seen he popped in and said, "What up? What up to you?" Like that. Future, Metro Boomin featuring Kendrick Lamar. Jones, I want you to say that I can't even say, I'm so excited. I want you to say that same exact kettle of bullshit that you dropped on your Facebook page so that Wayne can respond to it and then I can respond to it. Let's go.
I'll say this. There's a caveat to this. Because I watched something that makes me change my opinion on this a little bit. But what I said first was, I didn't think initially that the Like That diss was Cole specific. To me, at first, I changed my thought process on this stuff. But at first, I think Cole just kind of caught straight shots from standing so close to somebody that was taking shots at Kendrick. Like how your mom used to tell you, be careful of the niggas you hang out with or who kind you got. At first, I thought that. I was like, Cole just kind of that, you want to stand next to this guy, fuck you. But because to me, if you listen to the the last third of the diss or the verse, it's Drake heavy. He's going at Drake heavy. Whereas the Cole shots, to me, are kind of light. And I think that might be due to friendly fire. You look, man, you talking all that, the big 3, I'm Muhammad Ali shit, I ain't here. You know who I am. That's how that kind of plays out to me in my mind. But I say that with that caveat. I watched the video. It's about 30 minutes long. I'll go search it on YouTube after this. It breaks down the history of the subs between Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah, I see that. I saw that.
I saw it.
Yeah, it kind of made me be like, oh, I wasn't paying attention like I thought I would. So maybe this is Kendrick's like, man, fuck all y'all. Maybe that's just his energy from here on out. And it makes me, I'm not gonna say nervous, because I know Kendrick can kick Drake's ass. I ain't worried about that. The Cole and Kendrick war, don't look at the camera like that. You know. Hold on, let me get up there with you. You know Kendrick can kick Drake's ass. Come on, bro.
Send this bitch up.
And what?
You know that Kendrick can kick Drake's ass. Cole, on the other hand,
in a fist fight, because I might give you the fist fight. I might give you the fist fight. A rap battle?
In-game
rap battle.
track. Let's go. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on. If we gonna do it, let's go. Drake was talking all that shit on first person shooter, talking about I'm one away from Mike, nigga. Beat it. First of all, I don't like that. I'm scary in that. You ain't nothing away from Mike. You ain't
sure.
Close.
Okay, now so you brought me out of my trance. Okay, okay. Go ahead. I was in the trance when you said that. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Had to let him know. Like I outlive Mike. Come on, fam. Come on, man. What you talking about around here?
First of all, okay. Let's talk about that bar. Because I'm offended, right? One, I want to say, I'm sick and tired of all of you people that happen to be artists that didn't drop Thriller or Purple Rain, calling yourselves Mike or fucking Prince.
Let's go.
No, you're not.
Let's go.
Stop it.
Let's go.
Shut the fuck
Get
up.
help.
Right? Let's start there.
Stop.
Hey,
Get some help.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all ain't even got Dangerous and the Batman soundtrack. You don't even have one of them.
You ain't even got hit.
Talking. You're like, y'all ain't got the new power generation. You ain't got the Diamonds and Pearls. Shut up. I don't want to hear this Prince Michael Jackson shit. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Where is your Shalimar?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of y'all have hit or got a platinum record off a girl like Vanity. You've never done it. All right.
Do you have a brother named Tito and Randy? You're like, no, get up.
Like,
fuck out of here.
Like, none of y'all have fucked Brooke Shields and Angela Winbush. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. What's homegirl?
That is the Winbush.
Oh no, I forgot the singer. It doesn't even matter. Listen. Here's the point I'm making. Until I hear something that the world wants you to perform live front to back, stop this Mike and Prince shit. I don't like it. Hey, look, Good Kid, Mad City was a dope album. Very dope album. I'll even concede to y'all that it's a classic now that it's 2014 because I didn't agree on November 1st of 2012, right? I didn't agree with y'all on that. But I'll give you it now. And that shit ain't touching bad by Michael Jackson with a mile foot pole. All right. Listen, until he got to fucking heal the world on there, or until he got the way you make me feel or a smooth criminal, you need to shut the fuck up with how you talking about Michael Jackson, damn it. Like, you bastards making me fucking sick. I hate all this. I hate all of you. It's madness. It's pure madness. You should be stoned. Never disrespect God from the Midwest. Michael, Jeffrey, Jackson, you bitch ass niggas.
2300 Jackson Street, motherfucker.
You did? So now with that said, Stephanie Mills, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, you ain't never hit Brooke Shields and a Stephanie Mills caliber woman in your life. Don't ever disrespect Michael Jackson, nigga. What's wrong with you? But, you know what I mean? But, what I don't like about the line, right, is that, okay, no matter how y'all want to spin the entendre, I just don't like how now, because they both gone, Mike get to catch strays because he didn't play instruments. Listen, Mike didn't have to play the drums. He stood there and you died. That's what the talent was. That was the trick. Like, I pop out, I put that shit on, I stand there, I grab my nuts, and you love it. Nigga, yeah. That's what I do. That's my talent. Nigga. Bow. That's what I do. Play the fucking guitar. Play the guitar. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kick my leg and spin. All right? That's what I do. You do what you do, I do what I do. All right? So listen, and we're gonna have a real talk one day about how y'all way more familiar with Mike's catalog than y'all with Prince's catalog. And that's the other reason why you need to shut the fuck up. But I'm gonna digress. We're just gonna move forward from here.
Oh, so yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. So with that said, if that's the bar we're talking about, Jones,
I
Like if that's the one, and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the internet. If that's the one, then boy, am I going to be back in a trance over what you said about how Kendrick obviously wants it with Drake?
Hey, don't be blinded by Kendrick hate. Don't get on at the front. A whole goddamn arsenal ready for Drake, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, now, the one thing I'm going to say, this is my caveat. I'm not the remember every bar guy. That's a Cam characteristic. I don't have it. I just know what I heard, and when I heard it, it was cold. So I can't get on here quoting no lines for nobody. If you're in the comments talking about name the bar, whatever, that's not.
It's like we're not doing that.
Hey, man. What I'm at, I can't say it was fire. That verse and them bullets that he had for Drake is at home like, yeah, let me put this pen pad. Let me call whoever I need to call. If you under that act, let me call Daylight or Quentin or whoever the fuck. Because this guy, I got to say something to him. Now, I'm not saying Drake's diss ain't going to be cold. Because you'd be a fool to think Drake ain't going to come with no heat. Okay. I just think his heat is going to be better than Kendrick's.
Yo, yes, I remember that song Drake did with Mike. It was trash. I never want to talk about it again.
It does not exist.
But Jones, I'm gonna say this. No, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think that what you heard today on Like That is at the level or above Kendrick Lamar's TDE BET Awards Cypher verse?
Oof. Man, I wasn't expecting that question. That's a good one. The reason why I say man, I don't know. Because I honestly say I don't know. Because they're doing two different things. Like the BT Cypher verse, you got Classic Mob playing in the back. You got Mob playing in the back, and Kendrick is not the total focus of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I have a couple shots for you. Nothing was since I touched the sister rapper back in his pajama clothes. And it didn't set it off. It didn't set the internet off like this has kind of done for the day. That was kind of like, oh shit, he dissed Drake. And if you knew, you knew. If you picked up on it. This is so odd. Come on, Cam.
Jones.
Don't do
Jones,
that.
This is 2013. This is 2013, Jones. I'm going to give you the timeline. I'm going to give you the timeline of those Kendrick verses.
I know. But that didn't set off the internet where this is so obviously a Drake diss. It's obvious. It's obvious. You like the girl that just kind of like the music or whatever, she know about this being a diss. Like, damn. Like, and I've seen it. I'm seeing it in real time. They're doing two things because the Future assist and the Metro Boomin assist helps push this a little further than the BT Cypher does for the heads. It's like, yo, snap, God. Yeah, he let Drake have it. That nigga Drake soft. This a little bit bigger. More work is being put into this, getting to the masses.
Jones, what I asked you though was the verse better? That's what I asked you. That's what I asked you. See, look, all my hip hop enthusiasts here in the chat. I try to keep the hip hop. That's what I try to do. I asked this man which verse was better because the BET Cypher verse came after Control and after Drake's respond on Hot 97 about like, yo, is we for real? Are we playing? Like, what's happening? and then he wrote that verse. So is it better than the verse on Like That? Yes or no? Answer, Jones, and you're on the clock.
At 8:36 standard, I'm gonna go with Like That. Like That is a better verse.
Wow. Okay. So what you're telling me, Jones, is that Drake ain't got to respond to this at all. He ain't got to respond to it at all. If that verse is better than what was on the BET cipher, that was better, then Drake didn't need to respond to this at all. Because for everybody that's been paying attention for that long, listen, the language is about Drake, is about Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Go to Nothing Was the Same, cue up the song The Language. It's one of the best tracks on the album. And that song absolutely is about Kendrick Lamar. and what he had to say in the Control verse, and what he had to say about being competitive but loving everybody and all that. He answered all of that in that one song. And we keep forgetting that because Kendrick was like, oh, well, I'll just put out To Pimp a Butterfly and not be talking about anybody. I'll talk about Black empowerment and improvement and how we need to love each other and the power of a dollar. Like, yeah, see, look, he quickly got off. He quickly got off the train, Jones. He quickly got off. And that album came out in 2015. He had ample amount of time to respond. And he did not.
No. Now, Cam. Oh, man. I miss you, brother. I miss having these raps with you, bro. Look, I'm going to take this. Now, a piece of my Kendrick Lamar stand-up died a little bit when we would do Banging on Lunch Tables and you would bring that up. And I'm like, damn, I know there's a shot somewhere. I just don't know it. Now, thank God for internet sleuths. Again, the same dude that did the Kendrick Lamar J. Cole B video months ago, he did a Drake. And that video is like an hour long.
Oh, okay.
You cleaning the crib. Watch that. There's some responses to it. I can't name them. Sorry, internet people. Just go find the video. I'll throw it in the chat later if you there.
What's up?
He responds to it. It just don't catch as much coverage because, as we know, supposedly they was ready to fire off. It was everybody's hand was on the button, but cooler heads prevailed, and they was able to just sneak diss each other into oblivion, or at least 2024. So I can't name the song, but there are responses to The Language from Kendrick Lamar. I can't name them.
Okay. Hey, you know what?
I can't remember.
Kendrick won't name them either, and that's the point I'm making. I got a question. Got a question for you, Wayne. As a person that's not a fan of fake Drake, Future, or Kendrick, what did you think about Kendrick's verse?
I did think it was solid, but like I said, as far as him shooting the shots, he can't stop here. He can't stop here. You got the ball rolling. You got to keep it rolling. If he decides, okay, if he feels like he said enough here, if he feels like that verse was enough, he lost already. If he feels like what he said, what dropped today, if he feels like that's enough, he's already lost. And in saying that, if that's why he's going to take it, he never should have said shit in the first place.
I agree.
Hey,
I agree.
Listen, I'm 1000% in agreement on you. And that's why the last thing that Kendrick Lamar should do is listen to the damn internet on this one. Your job is nowhere near done.
Oh.
You're no. Hey, but no, I want to be crystal clear though. Hold on. Because
you finna give us some bullshit.
Because one, for where we sit at right now, where hip hop is, and all the subs, and listen, no matter what era we from, I'm gonna say this: if you aren't a fan of the subliminals, then you can't be a fan of Jay-Z, because he's the guy that definitely is the king of it. He's mastered it, even if he didn't invent it. It starts with Mace, it goes to Nas, and then of course Cameron and Dame. Like it's just the double entendre king, right? The triple, quadruple entendre. Jay has just a lot more people than we'll ever truly know in some respects, unless you're really listening to everybody's music to really understand where he's coming from. So I'm not necessarily going to put asterisks by Kendrick or Drake or Cole or anybody because they shooting subs, because if there are, fans of Jay or, things of that nature, then I can't be mad at them for doing it at a higher clip and a higher level, right? But what I will say is this, though, man. Listen, Beige Rage usually knows what time it is. Beige Rage usually know what city they're in. And when it's whatever time in whatever city and there's a live mic around, people get their feelings hurt. You can yawn it off if you like, but here is the deal. Drake made Diddy so mad he beat him up the next time he saw him. Let's talk real. Let's talk heavy. Hey, listen, that 0 to 100 beat was Diddy's. I think it must have been it's supposed to have been like on Last Train to Paris or whatever, one of them albums that he dropped. And Drake was like, "You taking way too long, bro. I'm here. Let's get this done." And Diddy felt a way about it. No, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I don't know if he beat him up. No, he slapped him, I think.
He slapped him.
Yeah, he slapped him. And then Drake got mad and made 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Hey.
Just like a light-skinned motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Get the shit slapped out of you, gonna make a song. Fuck out of here, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, look, and here's the deal. Diddy couldn't hire nobody to go back at Drake. He couldn't even hire somebody. We watched that happen. You know, hey, listen, Diddy has smacked up all these cats. But Future, he ain't put his hands on Future. He apparently tried to pour a drink on Kendrick. Cole stepped in and he got socked in the face. Like, yo, leave Diddy alone. Leave Mr. Combs alone. Hey, listen, we learned that. Hey, whether it's in the bedroom or not, Diddy gonna put his hands on you.
Hey, look,
he's gonna get in your ass. And apparently for him, it's no harm. Apparently for him, it's no harm. He doesn't care. Yeah. Like he's Diddy's with all the ass play. Whatever you're trying to do, he wants to do it way worse to you. All right.
Oh,
yo, I'm just telling. I'm explaining what the court documents are saying as well as what we've watched him do or heard him do. Like he'll attack anybody at any moment. We've known about this since Steve Stout. That's what we know.
And I'm just saying, if it was me, I would much rather you just blow up my car.
Yeah.
I'd rather be Ken Cut.
I'd rather be Wale. They gonna be over the rail. Like, no, like,
yeah.
Hey, your hours is from 9 to 5, fam. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no.
You know, I mean, I look at Tiger and the strays that he caught on the joint on if you're reading this is too late, it was 5 or 6 p.m. somewhere. Hey, look, listen. I know this is all fun and jest, and I get it. The flows are cool. The flows are super cool. But listen here, man. Kendrick Lamar. He again, man. Hey, yo, he can't sing about me dying of thirst out of this one, Jones. He can't all right his way out of this one. He can't be humble his way out of this one either.
Now look, I completely agree 100,000% with both of you. I'll say this: you cannot play with Drake. We saw what happened to Meek when he kind of tried to pussyfoot around a diss track. Nah, fam. You got to go full stop, annihilate your opponent. You got to do what Pusha did. Because when Drake didn't go far enough in his response to Pusha, which was a dope diss, Pusha came right back and was like, oh, no, you a deadbeat father.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
You a deadbeat father. You got mommy and daddy.
I'll tell you this. Kendrick Lamar is not prepared to take the Pusha T strategy. But see, because the thing is this. I'm being fair. I'm being fair here.
Okay.
Because Pusha T, in my view, Pusha T banked all of those songs. Like he got more songs.
Oh yeah.
Drake just stopped talking to him because he was like, "Oh wait, this ain't quite going the way I want. This ain't my brand of hip hop." I didn't know he was gonna respond that fast like that. Like, you know, hey, listen.
but
Pusha shot his subs.
Uh-huh.
Let Drake tried to ASAP him and get him out the paint. And then Pusha T had a rollout. He was like, I got an Aubrey Drake Graham slander rollout. Here's exhibit A. And then here's these pictures.
I'll peel it back layer by layer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Surgical Summer stopped for a reason. Like, I believe there was an album coming after Daytona that wouldn't, the album we got, that was literally Surgical Summer. And it was just like, yo. And he was like, you keep trying to go at Kanye, but I'm going at you. Like, since you want to play these games, I'm going after you. But here's the deal, Jones. Kendrick is not, he's not lyrically heavy enough to respond back as quick. And it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
But if he's not going to rap with hate in his heart, and he has no chance. He has no chance. Because look, I'm listening to it like this. I think Kendrick might win the fist fight. He might. He's not winning the rap battle, bro. That's just not happening.
Drake against Drake.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll say this because I only got a little bit of time to say. But look, I'll say this. Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar are cut from the same cloth as MCs. That's the same. When I hear Kendrick Lamar rap, I hear the same viciousness that I hear in MCs like Conway and DMX. Not saying they're on the same lyrical level. I mean, like that veracity of like, dog, I'm going to take your head off when I rhyme. That's what I hear from Kendrick Lamar. So I don't think this is going to come with like that is the stop. Like, okay, I'm done. I think as soon as Drake jumps out the window and wants to say Kendrick's name, it's full speed ahead, nonstop. The freight train is coming, and it's gonna be Mike Tyson level.
but Mike Tyson versus who?
Come on.
hey, Vince Lewis beat him. Evander Holyfield beat him. I'm just look, hey.
Drake is not about to bust the Douglas Kendrick Lamar. He's not. He's not.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because I'm expecting it. Kendrick's not the odds-on favorite in this to me. Not at all. Hey, listen. Hey, Jones. Matter of fact, hold up. Before I say it, Wayne, you have anything? You have any rebuttal for this?
I see the hoodie.
For one, don't ever put DMX and Kendrick in the same sentence.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't front on them. Don't front on them.
Don't ever put DMX and Kendrick in the same sentence regarding anything. Two, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what you said, but it was something that I want to rebuttal on. You said something about him not having it in him to reply immediately.
Yeah.
He has to reply immediately.
Yeah. He does.
If he does not reply within a week, if we don't have something else from Kendrick by next Friday, he lost already.
Well,
no.
Well, check it out.
He lost already.
No.
I was kind of with you, but as I'm playing this out of my mind, I wanna interject something real quick here.
All right.
My thought is this, because I have Drake as just being just far and away more clever than Kendrick Lamar. I just have like if this is the 2K slider, Drake's cleverness is at 95, 96. Kendrick's is about 65. Cleverness. Hey, look. Listen, Jones.
I gotta go play with my children.
Hey, because Drake gonna give y'all something to play with. Hey, listen, we sitting here, y'all over and moaning about your best joint is a light pack, and nigga Prince outlived Mike Jack. That's what y'all going crazy for. That's what y'all going crazy for.
That's
versus
like
the guy that said you're just like the finish line. We can't wait to run into you. Like, bro, like and he said that 10 years ago. He said 10 years ago, Jones.
Okay.
Like, we
Now,
really listen. There is no stay scheming verse under Kendrick Lamar's belt. There's no back-to-back under Kendrick Lamar's belt. There is, point it out to me. When you have it, let me know. All right? Like there's no 4 p.m. in Calabasas. There's no 6 a.m. in Charlotte. There's no there's a lot of joints.
You sir, you're bugging. You sir, you're bugging. Okay. Like
Where are they? Where are they?
Pusha T, we can all admit Pusha T crushed Drake in that battle, right?
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar has out-rapped Pusha T.
And what?
That's a fact.
And what?
Fact. On nostalgia.
Okay, yeah. Hey, listen. I'm with you, right? Because that's truly the best verse that he dropped in 2013. It wasn't Control, and it wasn't the BET Cypher verse. It was Nostalgia. Hell, I told you that on our show, Bang on this table. I told you that, right?
Okay.
And again, hey, look, Pusha T is not going to out storytell Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, hey, look, the man described himself as a brick to his father. Hey, look, it's a dope story. Cool story, bro. But where is your back-to-back verse, my brother? Where is your energy verse? Where is man, what's the shit? Where's your language? Where's the language? Where's your look, y'all should be familiar enough with Drake's catalog by now. We know when he's literally annihilating somebody lyrically, and it's usually after somebody telling him that he can't rap, and there's somebody didn't fuck one of his girls. Oh, I'm sorry, I catch your daughter with you. I'm sorry. Or if he's like just upset with you over a beat or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it. Like, hey, look, the Duppy freestyle was fire until Pusha T came back with like, yo, you don't take care of your kid. What you talking about? You pregnant by porn stuff? Like, you talking about my wife? Your wife out here get gangbanged, bro. What you talking about? Like, hey, look, hey, and the thing is, again, because a lot of people can't out rap Drake. We got to be clear on that. A lot of people lyrically, bar for bar, cannot out rap Drake. So now you got to come at him like you hate him, and that's what Pusha T did. He was like, yo, I really don't care about your life. Your life means nothing to me. I will end your shit. Like, that's the approach that Pusha T took, and that's why we say that as he won. We wrapped it up in this box of keeping it hip hop, but it was like, look at what he said. He literally said some stuff that would get you shot at if they were in the same room. You can't say these kind of things to grown men.
Now, look, I got to respond, and I'm gonna dip out.
For sure.
Now, Wayne, I gotta disagree with what you're saying. I don't think there's necessarily a clock, especially because we come from where we come from, the era we come from. I'm 39, so we all in the same age range.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's necessarily a clock because you can let that simmer. Like, all right, man, I threw my shot. I don't think Kendrick gets to do the full stop with like that. I don't think that at all. Anybody who think that really don't know hip hop like that. I think if Kendrick had an album coming out within the next 6 months to a year, and if Drake rushed to throw something out, I don't think you have to necessarily, because we come from the era of it took months to get Ether. It took months to get to that point. Yeah, the way we get music now has changed, but the way you cook that don't necessarily mean, hey, I bet, because that's how you mess up.
Mm-hmm.
They objectively lost with Ether versus Super Ugly because he rushed something. Don't rush no diss record. Don't rush it.
Oh, well, okay. I don't want to hold you because I know you got stuff you got to do. But the reason why I say he has to rush it is because the buzz ended just as fast as we heard it.
I disagree, but everybody got different timelines. That's the reason why I say that.
True.
I say because from what I'm saying is Drake this, Drake that, Drake this, Big Sean, Drake this, Drake, Big Sean, Future, Metro, Kendrick, like all of those names constantly, and Big Sean thrown in at the end, every couple.
But look how the conversation is Drake though,
because Drake, the pressure is on Drake. The opening salvo is Kendrick. the response and pressure is on Drake. What's Drake gonna say? Kendrick diss Drake, finally, with Cole mixed in there. So I don't think it's a rush game, but I do think you got to be calculated. And like I was saying earlier, I'm going to end on this.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is not the person I'm personally worried about. I'm going to keep it a buck. Cole is vicious. Like I see a team that said Kendrick is bold as hell to diss Cole with the way he's been rapping lately. With the I might delete later.
Yeah.
Kendrick just jump out the window and be like, hey man, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
And Cole is rapping like that. I don't think Kendrick is just overconfident. I think he got it in the tuck in him. But I also think, Cole is a monster right now. I'm not gonna let my standards my fandom get in the way of my common sense.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna do that.
Well, that is great, Jones, because I tell you what, Kendrick Lamar can come out here and try to father time his way out of J. Cole's way if he wants to. And he's gonna get his head knocked off into the stands. I am saying it right now. The reason why you were even just praying that some of them strays wouldn't for Cole, but they were, is because this is gonna look like fatality, animality, babality. Is going to be all the fucking Mortal Kombat finishes in one. And Cole is going to take a dread off and wrap it around Kendrick's head and snap it with the razor and then punt that bitch. Like all the way. All the way out of Dreamville. All the way out of Dreamville, all the way to OVO. That's where it's going.
We thought Meek Mill was going to do that to Drake.
So,
nobody thought that. Nobody thought that.
Wayne, hold on.
Nobody thought that.
No, you got 3 more minutes.
Nobody
thought that.
Nobody. So when we heard back to back, nobody thought that Meek Mill was gonna come with a crazy response to that.
I most definitely did not think.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. We say it that way. Yeah. Okay. We say it that way. Yes. Yeah.
I expected a crazy response. I didn't expect him to win though.
No.
I expected a better fight. Hey, listen, again.
Okay.
In times of battle rap, I'm going with the better rapper every single time. Like I'm going with the better rapper. Hey, look, I like Meek. Shoot, hey, look, he a May Taurus. I super fuck with Meek. But he don't have the bar bandwidth to rap with Drake like that. He doesn't.
That's fair.
I thought he was gonna come out there talking about how he's gonna sell his mom a pack and how he's gonna shoot up Toronto. I thought he was gonna do that. I wasn't expecting him to try to out-bar Drake. That was never my thing for Meek Mill. I thought he's like, I'm gonna send niggas to Philly and we gonna shoot up Toronto. Like that's what I expected. I didn't expect, so no. But yeah, I definitely thought the I Just Want to Know would be better. But no, I never had him winning that. Never. Especially after I saw what Common happened, I'd never.
All right, that's fair. Hey, look, we gotta add me back in after all is said and done. So we can review all of this. Shoot me the link again. Wayne, it was a pleasure meeting you, even though I disagree with you. Wale is Diet Drake. We can reconvene on that later. Oh, he had a Diet.
That's crazy.
Diet Drake error.
Diet
Drake error. Cam, I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening, brother.
All right, for sure. You say, bro. Oh, hey, later, y'all. Man. Yeah. Hey. Matter of fact, that when that happens, I'm just gonna fade to the back. I'm gonna let y'all gonna do this show by yourself. I'm gonna sit here. Let's see where this goes.
Hey, he hit me with the Diet Drake joint, man. Hey, I just had to shut the fuck up.
It's pure madness, man. Pure madness. This is what music brings out of people, man. Pure madness. But listen, man, I'll say this. I think whenever Drake decides to respond, it's problems. It's problems. I think that we are now, because we're firmly out of the hype. The hype ain't real no more. Kendrick, again, another person that's been around over a decade now, talking legacy act. And the only person that's definitely getting better at like rapping, like wordplay, bars, similes, metaphors, analogies, homonyms, all of that, is J. Cole. He's the only one getting better at it. Now, we could say that maybe Drake is playing around too much lately, And he be saying some funny stuff when he be disrespecting girls that he don't want to date no more. That stuff be super funny. And then he starts singing about it. It's super hilarious to me. But I can't stop listening to it. And while Kendrick is really look, man, he's the hood guidance counselor. You know what I'm saying? He's the hood therapist. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that you or your uncle, one of your cousins, maybe you and your wife, your children, one of y'all are going through some of the things that happens on a Kendrick album, right? But when it comes down to it, he won't be able to just flow his way through these guys. Like, these guys really rap. Beige rage is upon us. Beige rage is upon us, and we need to be aware of that. We need to take heed to that.
I agree. I agree with everything you just said. I agree with everything that you just said. My thing is with Kendrick and just Kendrick and Cole. I don't personally think that the shots Kendrick and Cole send towards each other have any malice behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think that there's a beef behind it. I think because they've been doing this to each other since they met each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think him throwing Cole in there is no different from and I'm not even saying this for it to even be a segue for me to, boost my guy. But I don't think it's no different from False Prophets and Groundhog Day with J. Cole and Wale.
Hey.
I don't think it's any different. Mm-hmm. I think it's Cole dropped False Prophet, and this was directed towards you, Wale. Mm-hmm. Right after that came out right after Control.
Oh no! It came out after Control, but it was before Force.
Yeah, not right after. Yeah, okay, you're right. So it's like, okay, he dropped False Prophet, and then a day later, maybe 2 days later, Wale responded with Groundhog's Day. Mm-hmm. And then you see him on the sideline at the basketball game together. It was no malice behind it. It was okay. We two guys talking to each other through rap. Cool. Mm-hmm. Kendrick and J. Cole have been doing this shit for years. Even when they're on each other's shit, like they would, like Cole not gonna get on nobody's shit and not say he the best rapper alive.
Yeah, that's a fact. And he dared somebody to say something to him about it.
And he dared somebody to say, "Hey, no, you got to take that off my shit. No, fuck you, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm the best rapper alive."
and the thing with the brother with J. Cole for me is that a lot of times his albums don't be better than the people he be saying the album songs they be saying about. Like, he'll be on somebody's better albums on about how he's the greatest rapper alive, and then challenge you to say something about it. It's crazy.
Yeah. So like, as I was listening to the diss, I didn't really get anything from the diss going towards J. Cole.
Really?
Well, yes, he was shooting at J. Cole. But I also feel like it was
more friendly competition.
Like I said, it was more friendly competition than it was malice. Yeah. Drake, he was trying to take that man. He was attempting to take that man's head off.
Yeah, yep. With a rusty
versus. At least it was a hot rusty butter knife. Yeah. But I'm gonna stand on it. He has, and I agree with Mike. I agree with Mike Jones. No, there shouldn't be a time limit on it, but I think it'd be in his best interest for him to come out and say that, to already have some shit in the chamber.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
to keep the ball rolling
for whatever response comes his way.
Be prepared. You got to be prepared, because so we talked about it already. Drake got niggas writing some shit right now while he over here with the porn star bitch. Goddamn it, he ain't doing shit. He just got to put the shit on. He just got to put the shit on wax.
See, that's where we part ways, though, Wayne. I promise. Listen,
I'm not giving that nigga no love, man. Fuck that.
Hey, listen, I get it, but I'll tell you this. outside of daylight talk aside, right? Because I think there's even a little bit of kayfabe in that. Because I saw Daylight say, "Yeah, I'll be writing for Drake. Yeah, I wrote all of that." I was like, "Y'all probably kick it or whatever." Like you've been in some OVO sessions. Like I'm not saying that they don't. He hasn't inspired them or vice versa or whatever. But Jones, there is something to be said about a guy who was just like sick of your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and Drake, listen, even when people felt the albums were lacking, whether they were lacking in substance, they were lacking in firepower, they were lacking in just lyrical ability, all of a sudden Tiger would say something and he'd jump out the gate at Tiger or Diddy or Joe Budden or like or Wale or Big Sean. Like it didn't, like Kanye, like it doesn't matter. Like the times where Drake is upset, again, when the beige rays meter is rising, it's him, it's 40, it's the studio. I'll be honest with you. I can almost pinpoint the difference from when Drake is obviously in a writing session versus when Drake is like, well, let me tell y'all how I feel about some shit today. I think what we do with Drake is we get his career confused and we muddy everything up, right? We think, oh, because of the Quentin Miller thing, and if you're reading This Is Too Late, oh, he's always had ghostwriters. Nobody's ever, you know what I'm saying? He's never writing anything by himself. And it's not necessarily a Kanye thing. I don't believe that at all. Because Kanye also writes as well. My thing is this. When he's trying to dominate radio, when he's trying to dominate Billboard, and when he's trying to make these tours to make $1 million a show, that's where he calls the sessions. Because he doesn't need, like, for instance, I don't think there was one writer on that Her Loss joint, another one, Drake and 21. Drake and 21 got a collab album, Her Loss. Honestly, never mind, Her Loss. 21, who was one of his Savage Modes series, who was it produced by? Metro Boomin. Like, all this is tying in together. I'm telling you, like, all this is tying in together. And I'm saying that to say that he didn't need anybody for that. And the song like On BS, like, again, Kendrick's not prepared to respond to something like that. We had a drum sighting for that verse from On BS because Drake says he shot a bar at him and he was like, yo. Then he had to go and then Drown up here out of nowhere, claim how Drake's people beat him up and all this other stuff and trying to keep him out of the industry. It's like, bro, you could have kept all that to yourself or put it in a song that was fire and maybe we respect it some more.
We did not give a fuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say I get for the dominant music run, but I think when like the writers hopping in and out, you got me because we have evidence. You got me. But when it comes to this like rap shit, like, oh, I'm just going to like unstructuredly rap and beat you and wrap circles around you and beat you niggas, I don't think there's nobody helping him with that. It's too personal. It's he's too passionate when he does it. Okay. I will openly in this conversation recant that part. Okay, that's fair.
Because you got a very valid point. But I've always had a certain disdain for Drake when he openly was just like, yeah, I got ghostwriters. Nigga, fuck you.
And listen, I get it.
Instantly. It was just like, and don't get me wrong, even after he said that shit, Drake has most definitely had some shit that I felt was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It was some shit, okay, that shit ain't bad. But I could never get that shit out the back of my head. You know, I like it, but who wrote it? Yeah. You're Jimmy. You're Jimmy. We can't forget the fact that you were an actor first. So you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You have that ability. Mm-hmm. You're an actor first. So you can act any part you want to act. Drake, you're not tough. One of the reasons I don't even fuck with Drake is because it's too fucking emotional for me.
Page rage.
Bruh. Take your white Air Forces off, tied to the motherfucking tippy top with the bow on it. No, I can't. No. But I will say that your stance on it has swayed me.
Well,
I'll leave the lover boy alone for now.
and that's because I want it to be a really fair shot, because I think the people that know, and I think honestly, I think just consuming enough of Drake's interior is how like when he's switching styles and when you feel like he's on a new wave of things, I was like, okay, this is experimental. This is just him trying to either be a part of the sound or change the sound for the masses, right? But I'll never, because again, I remember Comeback Season, and I remember him like rapping over the Barry Bonds beat, and I was just like, yo, it's like, yo, this kid is actually dope. And I was like, there's something very clever about what he's doing here, and he's only just superseded that, right? But now, here we are. Listen, one of the most prophetic things that Drake has said, and I think this is even probably what led to the writer's session. It was on the intro of Nothing Was the Same, when he says, I'm tired of hearing about who y'all checking for now. Just give it time. We'll see who's still around a decade from now. He said that in 2013, Jones. And to be fair, in 2013, look who was out and where they were.
Oh, this is the second time you did this. This is not banging on lunch tables. I'm not Jones.
Hey, well, listen. This is fair. Hey, listen. I wasn't about to go to your man's. I wasn't about to go to him because he's not the only one. He's not exempt. Look. No.
What I'm saying is, this is the second time you've called me Jones. This is not banging on lunch tables. This is made in 1980. This is made in 1980s.
This is Wayne Dag here along with Care for the Port. I apologize. Look, Jones, because Jones was in my spirit because he know he died. I was going to get you. I was going to get you, Jones. I was going to get you. But when he said, I'm tired of hearing about who checking for now. Let's give it time. We'll see who's still around a decade from now. That's real. And I look at that, 2013. And sure enough, man, it's 11 years later from when he said that.
11 years later.
It's 11 years later. It's almost to the exact date, because I think Nothing Was the Same came out September or October of 2013. For lack of a better word, the two guys that started out on top as far as like rap is concerned, where we sit now, they're still there. Drake is still there. Cole is still there. They are. And I mean, hey, look, man, sorry, Crit. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, Rocky. Wale, to a degree, even though he has a set that is phenomenal if you really look at all the songs that he's been a part of or wrote. But and even though Cole started off as the best rapper with probably the worst discography out of all of them, but look where he is like right now. Right now, we're calling him the best actual rapper in the world. And Drake is letting it rock. He's just letting them cook. He's got him on tour with him.
and I'm gonna say this, and then I got to get out of here. Here, you got to get some sleep yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
The bad part about that whole diatribe you just gave, Wale and Crit were my favorite.
Yeah.
And they just got
you and Jones and my cousin G McGee, y'all and Crit, man. We'll talk about it. Let's
do it. Let's do it.
But yes, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, look, made in the 1980s. Not to be confused with banging on lunch tables, but I just got in that mode. All right, sorry, guys. But look, hey, man, we appreciate y'all checking out the live today. Hey, well, look, when new music comes out and people get in their frenzy, I think we're just gonna make it a point to start talking about it. You dig?
Why
And
not? Why not?
you know what I'm saying? Look, we covered the We Don't Trust You album. We covered Drake versus Future versus Kendrick versus Cole. Like, it's like a fatal four-way in hip hop right now. if you're familiar with wrestling terms. But man, hopefully y'all check this out. We'd love to hear more of your comments, more of your opinion on this topic, and anything else that we might have missed in this whole process. Sorry, I will try to get there. We'll both try to get in there and respond to some of these comments because some of these are funny and hilarious. We just couldn't respond. We in the flow of things. But again, man, we super duper thank y'all for checking us out tonight, man. It's made in the 1980s. It's always love.